Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Osinbajo's office has been rendered irrelevant, says Afenifere. Yoruba Sociocultural Group Afenifere says from the look of things, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo's office has been rendered irrelevant. It however said it would be too early to speculate if Osinbajo's ordeal was caused by any misdemeanor on his part or if it was based on permutations ahead of the 2023 general elections. The spokesman for Afenifere, Mr. Yinka Odumake, said this during an interview with The Punch on Wednesday. He said, "We are watching as events unfold. We are studying the situation, but we must also not muddle up issues. For now, we will not jump into any premature conclusion that this is about 2023 alone. We will need more information to know whether it is political or whether there was abuse of office or process. But the barrage of the last 48 hours shows that there is something wrong. We will wait to have all the facts because we don't want to say a Yoruba man is being attacked. They may have had a justifiable reason to do so, but we are taking note of every development at the appropriate time. We will make our position known." But clearly, what has happened is that the VP's office has been rendered impotent, useless, and irrelevant. It may be recalled that the economic management team hitherto led by Osinbajo was suddenly dissolved on Monday and replaced with an advisory council that will report directly to President Muhammadu Buhari. The following day, online news medium The Cable reported citing a memo in which the president instructed the vice president to henceforth seek presidential approvals before taking any action over agencies under his supervision. Currently, Osinbajo is the chairman of the governing board of the National Emergency Management Agency, the National Boundary Commission, the Border Communities Development Agency, and the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, a limited liability company owned by the three tiers of government. It was learned that some agencies such as NEMA would rather deal directly with the president than with Osinbajo. There are also reports that some of Osinbajo's aides had been transferred out of the presidential villa and seconded to some ministries, departments, and agencies, MDs. The presidency, it was reported, is planning to strip the vice president of his brainchild known as the Social Investment Program, which comprises the Trader Money Scheme, Empower, School Feeding Program, and others. The welfare program is expected to be placed under the newly created Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development headed by Mrs. Sadiya Umar. So guys, that is just the new developments. Of course, the federal government came out to debunk the rumor that maybe it was out of a lack of following the due process that Osinbajo had always followed due process, that he never jumps any of such. Of course, they are going to come out to say a lot of things, but just like what Odumake is saying, they don't want to jump into conclusion. They are still watching everything, but it just shows that there's something wrong somewhere. Just like he said too, something is wrong somewhere. Just within 48 hours, a lot of things that is heading, a lot of departments, a lot of projects is, he has been supervising everything. He just took everything out of him, and now he has to be reporting. He has to seek approval for all of those things. We all know all this English they are speaking over there, but unfortunately, things has to go the way it's going. So let's keep watching and see what will happen. But they will come out and be denying a lot of things. But something is wrong somewhere. That's just the fact. Someone says they have not seen anything. They believe that with Obasanjo, with Osinbajo on that seat, presidency for the Yoruba is sure through the manipulation of Tinubu. For your information, Osinbajo has outlived his usefulness. The ruling cabals do not care about his past loyalty to them. They rather see him as a whatever and a traitor to his people and religion. I suggest that nobody should pity Osinbajo because when people were complaining about this government, he came out to exonerate it from any blame several times. It's now his turn and time. All this traverse is facing now is from PDP. This is well. I don't play with Afenifere. I have no comments. Someone said that's a good news. Malam El-Rufai for president in 2023. Yoruba people should support him. Well, please. Buhari is now indirectly telling Nigerians that he has nothing to lose since he's already in his last bus stop in life. May God deliver us from the hand of the use and dump associates. Bad government was once towards the southeast and south-south. The Yoruba are the next in line. So like I said in one of my videos that they were like, oh, the Southeast, they don't know how to play politics. Oh, they don't know how to do this and that. They don't know how to do that, this and that. And one thing that is baffling is that most of the things that people on the streets are always talking about, and at the end of the day, it will come to reality. When people will be seeing some things, they will be saying it. But I wonder why people who are involved, who are inside, the insiders, they don't see all of these things. But people outside, the outsiders, they always see things and they project things. And at the end of the day, they come to be. So all this pretense, it will not help anybody with their position and their power. I don't know what they have used it, how they have used it to help or to change the lives of people for the better. In fact, it's something that every day, every now and then we talk. People complain, people say all manner of things. Nothing is changing. People who are already attain that level of a leadership position, they are just, all of them, they are just swimming inside wealth. They play the whole thing as Ludo. Remove this one from this, remove this one from this. But it will be so bad if really people who are supporting this government, knowing fully well what has been on ground, people are complaining about, and yet they will still come out, oh, nothing is happening. Oh, you don't have to say that. You don't have to do this and that. Oh, you guys are this. You guys are that. Oh, corrupt people. Oh, you guys are not seeing money again. They have blocked all the loopholes. They have blocked all the leakages. Oh, a lot of you guys are pained. Those are their rhetorics. Oh, this and that. They lost election and all of that. People are seeing all of these things, and yes, they will be denying it. They will be denying it. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, when those things start unfolding, everybody will now like, we said it. We said it. So, like what Odumake said, they are still looking at things. They don't just want to jump into conclusion. They are watching the whole thing. And if we still continue to play politics of a region, or politics of a tribe, politics of whatever religion, we are going nowhere. We are going nowhere with all of these things, with all these people around power, with all these people at the helm of leadership. We are going nowhere. It is not matter of speaking negative. It's not matter of being pessimistic. Oh, you don't just be optimistic all the time. When you see things are not just going, you are just seeing things, reality on ground. With all these politics they are playing, with all the way they are doing all manner of things, you see that things are not going well. Things are not going the way they ought to. And people will they just believe that you should continue to faith it, having faith, be faith in it. It goes beyond that. So you are seeing the reality and you want to be covering it. It's not done. One thing I believe is that everyone who has been in position of authority and you never use it judiciously to the benefit of the people, and when you see truth, you'll be covering up. You'll be covering up because you are protecting. I don't know what you are protecting. They prefer to be loyal to one man than for other people, for the masses to go in pain. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are hurting. And it's not speaking well of us. So guys, that is just my own opinion. I don't know what you think about what Afenifere has said, that the office of Osinbajo's office has been rendered irrelevant. I don't know whether you believe in that or you don't believe in that, because within the 48 hours that all this reshuffling happened, something is going wrong somewhere. Something is going wrong somewhere. They might deny it for all we care. They might deny it. They might come to put up vote face. You know, they might deny it. But at the end of the day, everything will still come out in the open. So, guys, I would like to hear from you. Please leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.